I'm Morals Over Ego, and if you're new here, we break down the squared circle of professional wrestling one insight at a time. Today, I'm going to continue on talking about historical black people. I honestly was only focusing on historical black wrestlers, but now I'm focused on historical black people as a whole that majorly impacted America. And who I'm going to be talking about today is a man by the name of Paul Robeson. If I'm talking about black excellence, real, undeniable, global black excellence, I absolutely have to talk about Paul Robeson. Paul Robeson wasn't just one thing. He wasn't just an activist. He wasn't just an artist. He wasn't just an athlete. He was all of it at the highest level.
He was born in 1898 to a father who had escaped slavery. Let that sink in. The son of a formerly enslaved man went on to become valedictorian
At Rutgers University, where he was also a star athlete. He wasn't just decent. He was dominant. He earned multiple varsity letters in football, basketball, baseball, and track, and was twice named All-American in football. That alone would have secured his place in history. And Paul wouldn't stop there. He went on to study law at Columbia University, then became an internationally acclaimed actor and singer. His performance in Othello on Broadway broke barriers for black actors in classical theater. His deep and powerful voice made songs like Old Man River world famous. But what made Robeson different is that he changed the lyrics and performance and removed the submissive tone.
He refused to sing about black suffering as something to just endure. He sang it as resistance.
And that's where his impact really expands. Paul Robeson was one of the first major American figures to connect the black freedom struggle in the United States to global liberation movements. He spoke out against lynching, he supported labor unions, he stood against colonialism in Africa and Asia. He criticized racism in America at a time when doing so could cost you everything, and for him, it did. In the McCarthy era, his passport was revoked because of his political views. He was blacklisted, concert halls canceled him, the U.S. government tried to silence him. But even without a passport, he famously performed across the border to Canadian audiences with thousands of people on the American side listening from across the river. They could block his travel, but they couldn't block his voice. That's power. Paul Robeson represents black excellence not just because he achieved greatness, but because he used greatness for justice. He could have chose the easy way out of things. He could have chosen comfort, fame, safety. Instead of that, he chose principle. That's why he should be taught about in school, because students deserve to know about a black man who was brilliant, disciplined, fearless, and globally influential. They deserve to see that black excellence isn't just about entertainment or sports. It's about intellect, integrity, courage, and impact. Paul Robeson shows us what it looks like to be world-class and unbought, to be talented and unapologetic, to be gifted and grounded in purpose. That right there is not just history, that's a legacy. And that's exactly the kind of black excellence we should be celebrating, not just during Black History Month, but all year round. Alright guys, that wraps it up for the video where we give insight from the canvas to the cosmos.